More than 30 million Americans have diabetes, and it's estimated that 1 in 4 don't even know that they have it. November being National Diabetes Month, it's important that we talk about prevention and how to live a healthy and full life with the disease. Husband and wife Rhodes and Alana Rittenauer are the founders of the Diabetes Support Group, and they join us here this morning. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is National Diabetes Month, so why is that so important that we actually take this moment to focus on this disease?
Thank you so much for having us
You're
today.
very welcome.
Well, as you said, there are over 30 million Americans living with diabetes in this country, and the American Diabetes Association tells us that 1.5 million Americans get diagnosed every year. But most staggering to us is that there are 80 million Americans living with pre-diabetes. And so that means if they don't make important lifestyle choices now, they're likely to develop type 2 diabetes and face the serious complications that come along with it.
Yeah, type 2 diabetes in particular is becoming epidemic in the country, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, we started a year ago an online diabetes support group, diabetessupportgroup.org, and it's an online community where people can share practical tips about managing diabetes. The content of our website is really easy to use. It's 1-minute videos about very practical aspects of diabetes management.
And this is very important to both of you because, Rhodes, I understand you're a type 1 diabetic.
That's right. I was diagnosed when I was 5 years old in 1983. And so for the last 34 years, I've been trying to manage the disease every day. And what Alana and I try to do with our support group, which is on our website and on social media, is be that bridge between the information you get from your doctor in an 8 or 12-minute appointment and how you take that and actually practically apply it to manage the disease every day.
And then the perspective that I try to bring is that the support person as the non-diabetic, but the cook in the house, and trying to be encouraging and positive without having it sound negative and critical and like I'm nagging.
Right.
And so what I try to focus on our support group is how to set a good example with my lifestyle choices so that I'm mirroring the correct behaviors for him. And so I watch what foods I'm bringing in the house for the sake of both of us.
So this was an educational curve for you as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a lot to learn, but this is so important for his health. And we've found that eating low carb and having a good diabetes lifestyle and diet benefits our whole family.
Because it becomes a family disease, because it's not just you, Rhodes, it's the entire family.
Absolutely.
No question about it. I mean, we really try to focus on being positive and proactive in managing disease. Our tagline for our site is living a full life with no limits. If you take it head on and you treat it like something that is very serious and could have long-term implications, then you can manage it on a day-to-day basis and lead a full life.
What's been some of the feedback that you've gotten from the online support group?
People really like the fact that we aren't doctors, and we'll be the first to tell you that, but we do have a lot of practical experience in managing the disease. So people can be open and honest about, hey, I'm really struggling with this. In the last 34 years, or the last 10 years being a caregiver, how do you deal with it? So I think people like the fact that it's real and it's free, and you can access it, the information there, in really these short 1-minute video clips, as opposed to having to ask a medical professional.
We have about 100 topics on various diabetes-related issues that you can search for and then watch.
Oh, that's great. Now, we talk about the fact that this is National Diabetes Awareness Month, but there's a special day coming up next week.
Thank you so much. Yes, World Diabetes Day is this coming Tuesday, November 14th. And in honor of that, from 7 to 8 p.m., we're going live on Facebook at the Diabetes Support Group. And we are going to be answering questions from our followers and talking about issues that are important. And we already have gotten some feedback from our followers.
Right.
They want to hear holiday eating tips. They want to hear about how to manage blood sugar during stressful days at work or strenuous exercise. So we have some questions coming in, but we would love some more questions by email and on Facebook.
Why did this become so important to you that you wanted to get out there and actually share information instead of just kind of keeping it to yourself?
Well, we thought that we were uniquely positioned, having managed disease for over 3 decades and having somebody who cares so much about my health and being so supportive. We thought that there was a void in the community and really in the country, as far as we can tell, of a site and an online presence for a community where people can come together and share these practical tips. So we feel like we've gotten a lot of experience in this space. Why not share it with other people and try to bring them and get these free resources to other folks?
We're involved in the American Diabetes Association locally, and I'm on the board of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. And so we're trying to get the resources and the information that they give to the public out there and to people so they can get involved in their events, participate in their walks and races and galas, raise funds, lobby Congress for funds for diabetes education and research, and really feel like they're part of this greater community because they're There's so many people impacted by diabetes.
It really helps your management when you know there's other people out there struggling with the same things as you. And so being able to go to a site and post your questions and get feedback from people all over the country is, I think, really, really consoling for a lot of people.
Well, it's great that you've been able to step up and offer this information, and we're going to take your information, link it on our website so that people can find you, and then find you for the Facebook Live next week.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Thank
you
you
very
so much
much
for coming in,
Thank you for
and best
having
of
us.
luck with everything. Rhodes and Alana Rittenauer joining us here today on the show. If you'd like to get more information on the Diabetes Group and how you can connect with Rhodes and Alana, just go to our show website, WTVR.com/VTM.